What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to Cowboys News TV. I'm Dave, and today we've got an exciting episode dedicated to none other than Dak Prescott. That's right, we're diving deep into the ongoing contract situation with Dak and the Dallas Cowboys as Week 1 rapidly approaches. Will the Cowboys get a deal done before the season opener, or are we heading into another year of uncertainty with our franchise QB? Before we jump in, I want to hear from you. What do you think is the percent chance Dallas gets a deal done with Dak before Week 1? Drop your predictions in the comments section below. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to the channel and enable the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our Cowboys updates. We're pushing towards our goal of 11,000 subscribers, and with your help, we're almost there. Your support is what keeps this channel going, so smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, let's break down the latest news surrounding Dak Prescott. As we all know, the clock is ticking for the Cowboys to get a deal done before Week 1. The team has been negotiating, but depending on who you listen to, you're going to get different stories. On one hand, we have Ian Rapoport saying the Cowboys and Dak are not close to finalizing a deal. On the other hand, Clarence Hill reports that progress is being made and that they are actually closer than they've been in recent weeks. So, who's right? Let's look at both perspectives. According to Ian Rapoport, as of Wednesday afternoon, the two sides are not close, and the clock is ticking. Rapoport added that while Dak is going to practice and play, if a deal doesn't get done by this weekend, you have to wonder if it's going to get done at all. And that's a valid concern. With the stakes as high as they are, a last-minute contract could have a significant impact on the team's focus and Dak's mindset heading into the season. But then, we have Clarence Hill's report. He's saying that there is an effort to get something done before Sunday's season opener, and that progress has been made. According to Hill, the length of the deal isn't even an issue at this point, they've agreed on that. So, what's the holdup? Likely the guaranteed money, as we've seen in past negotiations. But the fact that they're getting closer is encouraging news for Cowboys fans. Cowboys Nation, what do you think? Are you buying into Clarence Hill's optimism, or are you leaning more towards Ian Rapoport's cautious take? Vote in our poll and let us know in the comments below. Remember, we love hearing your thoughts, and we'll be highlighting some of the best comments in our next video. Breaking down the negotiation sticking points. Let's dive into what's been holding up this deal for so long. First off, it's important to note that this is not the first time the Cowboys have had prolonged negotiations with Dak. In fact, this has been the pattern for almost his entire career. The question is, why couldn't they have made this progress months ago? One of the reported sticking points in the negotiation has been the length of the contract. However, as Clarence Hill mentioned, this no longer appears to be an issue. The real sticking point seems to be the guaranteed money and commitment. Dak has been one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the league, but the Cowboys have always been a bit hesitant when it comes to fully committing long-term. So, where does Jerry Jones stand in all of this? Well, Jerry recently spoke with Stephen A. Smith, and his tone seemed to suggest a shift towards urgency. He said, "It's very important that we find a way to reconcile this with Dak. Can we have the kind of success Dak deserves? Can we get in the range to afford Dak? I think we can." That's a change from the more laid-back attitude Jerry had earlier in the offseason. It seems like he's realizing the importance of locking Dak down for the future, especially with the prospect of winning a Super Bowl in the next 5 years. Cowboys Nation, how do you feel about Jerry's comments? Does it give you more confidence that a deal will get done? Or are you still skeptical given the history of these negotiations? Sound off in the comments. The stakes are high for the Cowboys. Let's not sugarcoat this, the stakes for the Cowboys this season are sky high. As Jerry himself said, the alternative is not 1 year, it's a several-year alternative. The Cowboys are essentially betting on Dak Prescott to bring them a Super Bowl, and if they can't get this deal done, the ripple effects could be felt for years to come. For those of you who are wondering what happens if Dak doesn't get a new deal before Week 1, it's important to remember that Dak will still play under his current contract. But the longer this drags out, the more distractions it could create. And as we've seen in the past, distractions and contract uncertainties can have a big impact on a team's performance. Now, Cowboys Nation, I want to hear from you again. Do you think Dallas can afford to let this drag out any longer, or is it critical they get this deal done ASAP? Let me know your thoughts down below, and don't forget to engage in our community poll. What happens if they don't get a deal done? If the Cowboys don't reach an agreement with Dak before the start of the season, things could get even more complicated down the line. Jerry has already mentioned the idea of Dak knocking on the Super Bowl door within the next 5 years. But how confident are we that this can happen without a stable contract situation? The Cowboys have already made some moves that limit their alternatives for 2025 and beyond. Had they handled the situation differently a couple of years ago, we might be in a better spot now. But as it stands, the Cowboys need to pull the trigger on this deal, or they risk facing more uncertainty at the quarterback position, something no team can afford if they have championship aspirations. Let's talk numbers for a moment. Do you think the Cowboys are being too cautious with Dak's contract? Should they be willing to give him more guaranteed money to lock him down for the next few years? Or do you think Dak should compromise a bit to help the team keep their cap space flexible? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your opinions are a huge part of what makes this community so great, and we want to hear from every one of you. As we get closer to Week 1, all eyes are on this contract situation. Whether you're Team Dak or you think the Cowboys need to be cautious, there's no denying that the pressure is on. Dak Prescott is the face of the franchise, and how the Cowboys handle this could shape the team's future for years to come. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you again to subscribe to Cowboys News TV if you haven't already. We're so close to hitting our goal of 11,000 subscribers, and we need your help to get there. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, and make sure to like this video if you found it informative. Also, share it with your fellow Cowboys fans so we can keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, Cowboys Nation. Keep those comments coming, and let's keep the discussion going as we count down to Week 1. Until next time, stay safe, stay strong, and go Cowboys!